Tonight's dinner is stuffed Cubanelle peppers, and I'm going to use them at the lemon green stage. The next stage, they would go to an orange into a solid red. Once it gets into the red stage, it has a little more of a fruity taste, but I'm going to stick with this. This will be nice and crispy and sweet, and I'm going to use not beef, but turkey to stuff it. Let's go ahead and make that mix. All right, here's everything you're going to need as far as ingredients go. The fresh herbs, I like to use parsley. I also grow garlic, and so I have fresh garlic cloves, but you can easily use garlic powder. But the one thing is, do not use garlic salt. It just doesn't work well. You need an egg. I'm using an Italian seasoning tonight, but you can use like a Mrs. Dash and maybe some oregano. The cheese. Now this is going to be kind of up to you on what you want. I'm going to do a mixture. I have Colby Jack shredded, and then I have some Parmesan. You can also use, I marked this down what I used last time, Asiago. It gives it a little bit of a different flavor, but I absolutely love Asiago. I love Asiago bagels, my favorite. You're going to need some ketchup. Whichever cracker you want to use, this is just a club cracker. And then some Italian sauce. This one here, this is just an all-purpose. And I'm going to do 2 cans. And that way, when I have leftovers, I'm going to have some extra to do the leftovers. And here is my turkey. 1 package, and this is about 1 pound. If you want to use beef, you can go right ahead and use beef, but we found that we absolutely love the turkey. We're going to get started by putting the turkey in first. Then we're going to add our shredded cheese. I did about 1/3 of a cup and 1/3 of a cup. If you like more, you can add more. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in the crackers. I did 8. Make sure you crush them up good. Now that we got the crackers in, we're going to move on to putting some of the spices. The Italian spice, this includes, let's see what's all in this. The marjoram, basil, rosemary, thyme, and oregano. So there's a variety in this one. It pretty much covers the gamut. Put about 1 tablespoon. Then we're going to go ahead and mix this up. All right, now that we got our dry ingredients, we're going to start adding in the wet. That was about 3 tablespoons of ketchup. We're going to put in 1 egg. Now we'll mix this. Now we're almost there. We're going to add in our garlic and our parsley once we get that cut up. Now as far as the parsley, it's really not measured. I just went out and picked a handful, and then just take the stems themselves off. I don't like too many stems in. I like more of the leaves. And then we're just going to chop this up fine so it can blend all through. Now it's time to get our peppers ready. We're gonna try to get some that are about the same size so they all bake about the same. The first thing we're gonna do is cut off the end. And what I like to do is actually cut mine in half. Then I go ahead and take the seeds out. And remember, any of you gardeners out there, you want to save your seeds. Let them dry out so you can use them next year. And when you have seeds that you use year after year, it gets accustomed to your area. So make sure you save your seeds. And any of the ribs from the inside, and then you're left with this shell. I like that much better than stuffing a whole one. Plus, for serving, this makes a very nice serving amount. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of these, and then we're going to stuff them. I have 6 all cleaned up. Well, actually it's 3 because I cut them in half, remember? Now I'm going to go ahead and fill these up. I want to see how much I get out of this size. That's the amount that you want to use. Not too overstuffed, just even with the top of the pepper. Now, what a nice surprise. I was able to get 12 of these. Don't they look great? And that fresh garlic has the best smell too. Now it's time to add the sauce. This is 1 can. Now that would be fine, but I like to have extra because we put ours on our mashed potatoes just like it was a gravy. So we're going to add another bit of a can. I would say probably, well, I'm going to go ahead and just add the rest. Then I'm going to smooth it out. This is how I like mine, totally covered. And then I've got a trick partway through the baking process that I'm going to add, and you're going to be surprised what I do. I already have the oven at 350 degrees. I'm going to get that in there now, and I'm not even going to cover this. Now we're going to check it in about 30 minutes. It's been a half hour. We're going to pull this out. And this is what I add halfway through. I do olive oil and I drizzle about a half a cup all over the top, and then I put it back in. We have our potatoes going for mashed potatoes, and now I'm going to turn up the temperature to 400. Then I'm going to set the timer for another half hour. And then we eat. It's time. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at one. I'm right-handed, guys. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get it plated up. They turned out so pretty. We start out with the mashed potatoes. I put a little bit of butter in mine. And then I told you we put extra sauce because we actually use it like it's a gravy. Put a little on top. And there you go. Stuffed Cubanelles. And if you've never had the Cubanelle peppers, man, are they good. They do not have a tough skin. It's so tender and it's actually sweet. And even this likes it. See you next time.